All right, in this video, I'm going to show you 3 ways to make the universe manifest for you. This is a paradigm more powerful than the internal willpower people most likely use, and I'm going to show you how to transcend that to a much easier paradigm. Welcome back to another video. My name's Aaron, and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make the universe manifest for you rather than trying to have your ego do everything. Many times what happens is we have it to where we start to get reinforced for our ego getting results. I know that was me when I started making daily videos on YouTube. I started to see myself as a hard worker. It changed my self-image. I started to get really good results and with growth and with everything I was doing. And that started to reinforce my ego. I was like, okay, keep doing action stuff. Keep doing action stuff. I kept doing action stuff, and guess what? Kept getting results. But eventually what happened is I realized that I was working so hard to be successful, and I had a belief that I had to do so much. And while that is a powerful paradigm, you can go listen to all the Gary Vee you want, and you can listen and know, okay, take massive action, grind, grind, grind. It gets results because it gets energy moving, but it also many times brings up a lot of resistance. Now, what if you could have it to where the universe manifested for you, where you aligned with the higher vibrational energy, and then things happened easier for you, where you didn't have to try so hard, where you didn't have to put in so much effort, and by doing that, then synchronicity happened easier. You found out that things could be way easier than you thought. And that's what happened to me back in, November of last year. I realized I had this limiting belief that was like, I have to do so much to be successful. And what ended up happening is I became aware of that belief. I became aware that I was reinforced for making daily videos on YouTube. And what I then said is I said that I can let that go, let that image go, let that hard work mentality go. And instead what I can do is I can allow things to happen. I can let go. And it always has to, I think, be somewhat of a balance. Like, for example, you, in a way, do have to meet the universe halfway. If you initially don't put in any effort at all, there's no energy movement, and in a way, you haven't shown the universe that this is something that you want. So what I did is I did that in the beginning, took massive action, and I overcompensated, and then eventually my ego was so primed for being a certain way that then when I let go, then everything actually happened. There's a similar story with, if you've heard of Osho, his enlightenment experience. What he said happened is he was so disciplined, he'd get up every morning at 3 o'clock in the morning, go for this walk, do all of these things that were very disciplined, and he had so many rules. And then what he eventually did is he just said, screw it. All of a sudden, he had family, he had people over, and he's like, I'll drink alcohol, I'll do all of this stuff. He just completely gave up. And when he gave up, that's when he then had his enlightenment experience, and then from that point going forward, he was forever changed. So that's an example of this willpower, and then this letting go at the same time. So first off, understand that the universe, its intention is to expand. And right now on the planet, there's an intention for many people to wake up, to go through a shift in consciousness. We forgot that. We come here, we forget who we are, we go through life experience. We came here to wake up, to remember that our beliefs create our reality, to remember that we could change our reality by changing our thoughts. And the first thing and the first way for you to get the universe to manifest for you is understanding that your thoughts are equal to the reality you're experiencing. And if you have higher vibrational thoughts, you will experience a higher vibrational reality. If you have lower vibrational thoughts, you will experience a lower vibrational reality. Now, I know this sounds very basic, but think of it like this. When you walk around, if you're having low vibrational thoughts, you're going to find people that are in a low vibration. You're going to find reasons to feel angry. You're going to find reasons that reinforce where you currently are with the thought streams that you're having. Now, the thoughts that you're having also exist within the collective consciousness of our earth. So you're banging around against similar thought forms. Now what happens is when you start to have higher vibrational thoughts, you then start to pick up on a higher vibrational energy. This is something that Paramahansa Yogananda talked about, who wrote the book Autobiography of a Yogi. In some of his books, he literally says, if you have higher vibrational thoughts, you pick up on a higher vibrational energy thought structure that then begins to carry you. So in a way, this is why something like doing a mantra can be so powerful. Because when people are doing Om, when there are millions and billions of people in the past that have done that mantra with the divine intention, there is this thought form around the world where we pick up on those high vibe thoughts and then we feel that energy. That's why the vibration of Om resonates on that scale of consciousness that I always share at a 740, which is a very high vibration. They say it's the sound of the universe. So if you have higher vibrational thoughts, you will experience a high vibrational reality. Now, what do I mean by high vibrational thoughts? Thoughts of compassion. Thoughts of compassion. Thoughts of realization that everyone is connected to you. The reason what you put out is what you get back is because what you do to someone else, you do to another aspect of yourself. Not because that's just a cool metaphor. Literally, the energy that is inside of you is also the energy that is inside of other people. Expand the scope out a little bit. If you were to look very, very close through the scope, and then what happened is you expand it just a little bit more. You then could see a little bit more of the picture. Expand it a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. You eventually begin to see that everything is one. Imagine it. Imagine you were to change your perspective to looking on the moon at Earth. You would then see all of Earth, all of one being. We would all be the cells on planet Gaia. We'd all be the cells. There are white blood cells. There are cancerous cells. There's a different type of people at different levels of consciousness. We're all one being. And what you put out to someone else comes back to you, because what you do to someone else, you are doing to another aspect of you. There was all one. That's what we are. Now, with this awareness, when you have compassion for other people, understanding they're just doing the best they can with where they are, this makes the process much easier. Even when I look at my past of having an abusive stepmom, having some things, whether it was bullies of the past or whatever it is, those people were doing the best they could with where they were. Doesn't mean it's like, oh, they're down here. They're so low vibe. It's just recognizing that's where they are. They're at a level to where they believe that in order to be powerful, they have to take other people's power away. And the only reason they're living that pattern out is because they were taught it growing up, or their karma, I don't know. But nonetheless, a lot of times those experiences will wake us up to more of who we are, and then as we're more woke, we can experience more of, we then have the ability to raise our vibration even more. So another part of this is gratitude. Feel more gratitude and grateful for where you are, because you can't feel gratitude and anger at the same time. If you were to just sit for a couple minutes a day, put your hands over your heart like this, and feel gratitude for what you already have, you will start to align with this higher vibrational energy. But it's about that awareness. And it's about that choice, that intent to feel those higher vibrational energies. So think of your thought form. The next time somebody triggers you to react, observe it. Let it be there and let it go. See, that's where the power is. Now, the second way that you align with the universe is by understanding that the more value you put out into the world, the more value comes back. This is taking that last point but accentuating it, because it's one of the most powerful things that I've realized in my own life. If you read the books, The Law of One, which talks about how right now on the planet we're going from a third density to the fourth density state of consciousness, they say that in order to make this shift, the one thing we must do is we must be at least 51% or more service to others, to helping other people. Rather than the ego selfishness of understanding I am this individual ego and this is what I want. If you're 51% or more service to others, your life will begin to expand to where you make this shift in consciousness. Now, I became aware of this when I was making YouTube videos. I said, if I make a video a day and I have the intention of adding value to other people, this will compound over time. And that's what I've done for almost 1,000 or more days in a row. So I've made a video every single day. Except for one day. I think there was one day that I went to make a video or to post a video, but it didn't upload right. And I was going to post another video, but then I ended up just waiting to the next day. But almost every single day over the last 3 years. I know that's a little bit of a side note. But the intention of adding value. The more intention I put on adding value to other people, and you can see and feel that through my work, the more high vibe I feel and the more value comes back. So what I do is I always set the intention to know of this dynamic. Am I putting out good? The energy in the videos just comes through when I have an intention of adding value. Some people ask me, Aaron, how do you make videos on YouTube every single day? Well, it's not about me. Yes, there is an ego desire there to grow and to help more people, but the energy comes through because I allow it to, and I don't identify with it and accentuate my ego like this is who I am, this is what I can do. So the universe, in a way, sees that you want to add value. And when you have a very noble intention like that, not saying that I'm this like sage guru person, I'm just saying that when you have a positive, expansive intention like that, the universe then wants to give you more and more resources to work with. The universe wants to help you. So in my own life, that's what I have focused on, is knowing that the universe will help me more the more I put into this, the more I have this intention of adding value. The universe will literally start to manifest for you. It will give you synchronicities, it will give you reasons, and it will help you along this process. Now, the third way that you can have the universe manifest for you is very simple, but it's understanding that, one, you are not only a drop in the ocean, but you are the ocean in the drop. And with that realization, you can understand that you have a purpose for being here. You have a purpose, you have something that adds value to other people, and maybe you know what that is, maybe you don't yet, but set that intention to find out what that is. Because when you are living at your core vibration, the universe will manifest for you easier than ever. It will give you little signs. It will give you little pointing you in certain direction type experiences because you have a purpose for being here. Right now on the planet, there is a shift in consciousness happening. And if you're watching this video right now, then you are one of the people at the leading edge of knowing this information, because there will be a wave of people coming to want to understand more and more of this as time goes on. There's going to be an avalanche of information of people wanting to know this stuff. And right now, you are at the edge. So part of your purpose may be to help other people wake up. Maybe it's to create content. Maybe your purpose is just for you to really raise your vibrational state of consciousness and to start to just find out more and more what that is. Sometimes people look for their purpose. They think it's just the one thing they're going to do their whole entire life. Even me, making videos every day the rest of my life, maybe. But maybe also it changes. Maybe then I move into more live events. I move into more different type of media. Maybe it's, who knows what it is. But it's an expression of me is my purpose, is to express my ideas and to help people wake up. Start to ask yourself the question, what is that for you? Maybe it's the same thing. Maybe it's a little bit different. But by you being in your core frequency, that is a contagious type energy that then goes out and influences every single person that you are around. Even people that don't agree with what I'm saying, that are like friends from my past, and what'll happen is they see me doing, they're like, whoa, that's really cool that you're able to do what you're passionate about. That then influences them to want to do what they're passionate about. So start to find out what that is for you and make the choice that that's who you are now. So these three things will allow the universe to manifest for you, but I would say the most powerful one is adding value and aligning with higher vibrational thoughts. When you do this, you start to prime yourself to be in this high frequency state. And in this high frequency state, you will notice that things manifest easier than ever for you. And you notice that your life then begins to change on the outside, because all that outside is a reflection of the inside. So something I do have is I have one of the most powerful meditations I've made is on raising your level of consciousness and shifting your level of consciousness to a higher level. If you listen to that meditation for 21 days, I think it'll transform your life. It's in the top of the description box below. Read the comments on that video just to see what is possible. And then also, to see the daily vids on YouTube, what you have to do is you have to hit the notification bell. I have a lot more good stuff coming, so go ahead and hit the notification bell to see those daily vids. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it. And as always, peace, much love, and namaste. Done.